Friends, hello, thank you so much for being here. Let's talk about DWAC, which will be Truth Social. Fingers crossed, we are hoping soon enough here, and we have until March. Whether they do the deal or they push the deal back, we really don't know at this point. Listen, we're here talking about investing as investors. I'm not trying to make this a political video in any way, shape, or form, but I am going to talk about Trump, and because there's just no way not to. So just before you light me up in the comments, we're talking about stocks. So getting into it here. First off, DWAC is doing amazing. This stock is doing better than a lot of people anticipated. It's holding this $40 mark now, and I don't know that I see it going back down into the 30s, especially the low 30s. Unless something terrible were to happen here. And today was kind of one of those days because there's stuff going on with Trump right now in the courts, and I cannot say what is going on right now because I cannot say it on this platform, but look it up. But like I've said before, if it's bad, it's good for him. If it's good, it's really good for him. So either way, just no real news is hurting Trump at this point. I mean, it's just not. And it is driving these Trump stocks. You know, Digital World obviously is the number one. That is the main stock right here. That is the main squeeze. The other one is obviously Rumble. Then you have PHUN, and you know they're all doing well. PHUN's trying to catch up. I don't know how that's going to do. It is on the struggle bus, and I don't know if it's going to pay off. But obviously, Digital World and Rumble here are doing fantastic. So if you got in those early enough, you have made a lot of money. And honestly, here's where I'll dig right back into Digital World here. You know, I don't even know that I say $50 right now is rich for this stock because of what could be coming. Obviously, we're about to wrap up the Nevada primary. I think it's the caucus. I should have looked that up, but I think they did the primary and Nikki Haley still kind of lost, and now they're going to do the caucus, and it's still not looking good. So either way, Trump's wrapped up Nevada, and then we'll go to South Carolina. So on these Trump stocks continue to move. Digital World continues to move. And if you look at just the 5-day chart, the 5-day chart has been really well. And if you're trading this back and forth, you know, people are doing well right now trading this thing. It's a lot of wiggle room on it. It's a lot of meat left on the bone from day in and day out for people just to, you know, take nice little chunks of change home. Obviously, the highest we have been while market was open was a little over $50. I think it was pre-market. There was one day, I think it was like January 23rd, 24th. It did hit $60 for a split second and then shot back down. But it's been going straight back up, and it's probably going to continue. It's going to continue. And if the deal does happen in March here, it's probably going to go bananas, more than we've seen already. So here's what I also want to follow up with all the stuff I just spewed out and said, just so everybody knows where I'm at. If you haven't been watching me, glad you're here. I'm going to continue to talk about this all year, so if you want to keep up with it, you know, you have to subscribe. But listen, I have not put money in Digital World on the sense that this is going to be the next, you know, TikTok, Facebook, the biggest, brand newest, you know, news media platform out there. I'm not even there yet with this stock. You know, it's not even on the stock exchange at this point, all the way. The deal hasn't even happened yet. There's still a lot to uncover with what could be happening here with this situation. So saying that, I believe, and I think a lot of people are on the same page from what I've been talking to people about and what I've been hearing. We know that this is 100% FOMO, and you know, people just don't want to miss out on what this stock may go to. You know, it could go to $50 tomorrow. It could go to $100 tomorrow. It could be $500 by November. There's really no reason it couldn't be, because it's going to continue to get bigger, and as Trump continues to do well here, it's going to do more. It's going to keep going up. And what we're seeing right now with it, which is so interesting, is that when we look at the numbers and we look even at just a plain old stock chart here, just this boring stock chart, we're not seeing mass sell-off. I mean, yeah, there's some sell-off, but we're not seeing like 40 to 25. We're not seeing, $40 to $15 for a few days. I mean, these sell-offs are happening, but we're creating some little valleys here, but every time we create a sell, it's being bought back in at a higher rate here. So this is really, really suspicious that we're going to be in $50 by next week, possibly the week after that. We could be at 55. This new mid 40, high 40 might be this battleground, the starting battleground for next week. Saying that, I think the majority of people, if you're still even listening, are in Digital World Acquisition, and you are supporting it just on an investor platform. Like I said, I'm not trying to make this a political talk site. I'm not even trying to go there. But obviously, it is quite obvious at this point that it's going to be between Biden and Trump. I think that's pretty cut and clear at this point. We've pretty much wrapped that up this week. Even though Nikki Haley, while I'm making this video, nothing's broke here, but she is still in the race. I don't know why, but she is. God bless her. She's trying here. And the interview, I don't know if I can say this on here. Let's just say there's an interview that just got released, and I am dying to watch it. I think we all know what interview I'm talking about here. Mr. Tucker just released. So that's going to be very interesting, because I don't know what has been said in that interview that will probably more than likely hurt the Biden campaign and will focus attention on Trump campaign. So this could really do something more tomorrow with these Trump stocks. Like I said, good news is really good news, and bad news is still good news for Trump at this point. Like, it's just, there's nothing the general media can do at this point. I mean, if you look up Trump's name right now, he is just getting slaughtered right now. And it is a wild time to be alive, be an investor, and just this is crazy. We've never seen anything like this. We've never been able to be a part of anything. You've never been able to buy into a company that the former president owns, but he also could be the new president much down the road from now. This is crazy. I don't know how the stock market's going to do tomorrow. I don't know. The bill just got passed in the House. I think it was just the House. I don't think the Senate's passed it yet, or maybe I read that wrong. But obviously the aid bill for Ukraine, then there was just money going overseas for all these wars and stuff. Of course, they passed all that, no problem. So that's probably going to make the majority of everyone mad, and that's understandable for a lot of us, because they can't do crap to help out U.S. citizens. But like I said, I'm not going to make this political. So, friends, I'm going to try to make this short and sweet, this video. Listen, I'm not going to go over a stock chart too much. I think this is cut and dry what's going on right here. Digital World Acquisition, along with these other Trump stocks, they are just following Trump news. They are following it. They're following the hype train. They're following the media. And I know I've heard some people say some of these stocks have nothing to do with Trump. He's not an owner in them. He has nothing to do with them physically. I get that. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm saying, Rumble has attached itself to Trump because Rumble is a free speech platform. That is one thing right there. And Rumble right now is on this war path of finding people to help, for them to have a platform on their platform. So that is one reason Rumble is just going insane right now. Not to mention they just had the Barstool Sports partnership, and there's more on the way here from Whispers in the Air. So that stock is just going crazy as well. Friends, but like I said, I don't think Digital World's going to stop here anytime soon. I really don't. I think we're going to have these moments of sell, and then it's going to come right back up even higher. And that's just the pattern that we're seeing right now, which if you're an investor in it, that's great. But this $47 right now that it's ended at today, this might be cheap a month from now. 30 days from now, this thing might be $87. It's just hard to tell right now. Obviously, March is going to be a big month, because the deal it's either gonna be pushed back, it's gonna happen. Obviously, we want the deal to happen. We want Truth Social and Digital World to join, sign the paper, and let's get this done. Because, man, that I think that's really going to jump the stock right there. So, like I said, I'm not going. You're bidding into hype. You're bidding into what could be. You're bidding into what is the Digital World going to look like in November. What is it going to be? A triple-digit stock? And we've seen things like this in the past where it doesn't have to make sense. The stock market doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to follow the rules of what general people think the rules should be. We've seen that time and time again. The GameStop situation is a perfect example of that. Now, this is a different situation, 100%. But just because it's different doesn't mean it couldn't do something crazy like the GameStop situation. And that GameStop situation didn't last 5 days. It lasted months. And it drifted off into other stocks. And right now, I really think as we get closer to November here, and it looks like Trump is going to be the candidate, obviously Summer will wrap it all up, and he picks his running partner. I believe these Trump stocks are going to go freaking nuts more than they have. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg, what we're seeing right now, and things are about to go insane as long as it keeps going the right way for Trump. And I don't know what could stop the man at this point. I don't know. Friends, I'm going to shut up. I wish you all the luck. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Subscribe, and I will keep talking about this. I may talk about Digital World again tomorrow because I kind of think things might go crazy here. It's still running. I'm making this video at 6:30. It's still running here a little bit. It's still moving on after market hours here. So we'll see. I'm going to go watch the interview. You know what I'm talking about. Friends, take care. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.